I'm Steve Richardson, and this is our bonus episode for Lunch with a Lawyer for April of 2017. We did one earlier in the month on ways in which we all on New Jersey roads give the police a reason to pull us over. But today we're going to talk about some great tips on how to spend your tax refund. Now, of course, that's for those of you who have gotten a tax refund, and hopefully you have. If, unfortunately, you end up owing taxes, and that's a problem for you, don't worry, got you covered on that as well. All you have to do is tune in to an upcoming episode of my podcast, the Financial Freedom Podcast. I'm going to be interviewing accountant Ira Krasen, who's going to talk about how to negotiate with the IRS, how to enter into a payment plan or an offer in compromise, depending upon how much you owe in taxes, how to deal with that situation. So you can pick that up. Go to podcast.richardsonlawoffices.com, and that'll give a list of recent podcast episodes. You can click through to the one that hasn't posted yet as of today, April 25th, 2017, but it will be posting soon, so keep an eye out for it. A lot of great tips there. So let's get to it. For those of you tuning in, hopefully you've gotten your refund yet or filed the return and waiting for it to come in and sort of spending it in your head and coming up with different ideas. But let's talk about some. Now, I have two categories of tips. I've got the grown-up ways and I got the fun ways to spend your tax refund. Well, you got to eat your meal before you have the dessert, so we're going to go for the grown-up ways to spend your refund, and then we'll talk about the fun ways. But luckily, I got more fun ways than I do grown-up ways. All right, so hang tight. We'll get to the fun stuff in a minute. Let's talk about the grown-up ways. The first one is pay down your debt. Okay, if you've got a lot of credit card debt, you're paying a fair amount in interest, those high credit card rates on credit cards. So if you have a fairly high credit card balance, use some or all of that tax refund to pay it off. You're ultimately going to save some money. If you pay the balance now, rather than in 3 payments over the next 3 months, you're going to end up spending less money because you're going to be paying less accumulated interest, whatever the balance is as the time you pay it off. So use that refund, or at least a part of it, depending upon your credit card balances, to pay down some of that credit card debt. So that's number one. Number two, use your refund to get a little peace of mind. If you're worried about whether you're going to have an unexpected car repair bill or home repair or something like that that's unexpected, that you don't think is going to come, but you sometimes these things can really derail you. And worried about how long that car's going to last or that sort of thing, and worried about these things hitting you. If you have some money in the bank in a savings account, that's going to help you sleep at night, because you know what? If that car repair bill comes in or some other unexpected expense, I've got money in the bank to cover it. So get yourself some peace of mind. If you don't already have a savings account, open one and put your tax return in there, tax refund in there, because that's going to give you some great peace of mind. The third grown-up way is, as opposed to paying off existing debt, or assuming you have some sort of emergency fund where you put some money aside already for some unexpected expenses, or you put a portion of this refund away. Put something else aside for a major purchase you have coming up. My wife and I try to save up our money until we can pay cash rather than financing it on a credit card, because you always end up paying more for something if you put it on a credit card, because you're paying that high credit card interest. So supersize your shopping a little bit. If you have a big ticket item coming up that you want to get, you can get it ultimately for less, because you're not paying credit card interest, by using your tax refund or a portion of your tax refund for that. So get one of those things you've been saving up for. Number 4, put something aside for retirement. Okay? Put something in an IRA, a Roth IRA, or some such investment for your retirement. Especially if you are younger, if you're in your 20s or your 30s, the amount of growth that can be seen by the investment of your tax refund now can be huge. The rates of return can be amazing for the stock market in the long term. I mean, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a stockbroker or anything. You know, my wife and I have our IRAs, and we put money aside into it. But that's something you can do with a refund. Also give you peace of mind too. More long-term peace of mind, saying, hey, you know, I'm planning so that I won't have to struggle in retirement. So you put that aside. Invest in yourself. Okay? You're one of your greatest assets. Think about, you know, is there a skill or a knowledge base or something that if you had, you might be able to get a raise in your current job, or a promotion in your job, or a better job somewhere else. If only you had that skill, that knowledge. Maybe you can use that tax refund to take a class, to get that training, to get that knowledge that you're going to need. If it's some sort of training certificate or something that, again, if you could put that on your resume, go to your boss and say, hey, look, you know, I'd like to look into studying this or getting this certificate, that can really advance you, can give you more value in the workplace. So invest in yourself. The next one is make your home more valuable. Okay, this is some of this. You know, we talked about paying down bills, or saving up for purchase rather than using a credit card, but also, you know, look to your assets. Like I said, invest in yourself. You're one of your greatest assets, but invest in your home. Is there some sort of upgrade that you can do to your home that might add value to it, increase the equity? Maybe a lot of times, you know, kitchen and bathroom upgrades can make a huge difference in the value of your home. It can be something as simple as adding fiberglass attic insulation, replacing an entry door with a steel one, or replacing vinyl siding with a street-facing facade. You know, something that increases curb appeal, and you benefit too, not only in creating more value in your home, but also in making it nicer to live in. That's your home. That's where you spend a lot of time. You can increase your enjoyment in your home by doing that. So make your home more valuable. And finally, the last grown-up way to spend your tax refund is making home repairs. I mean, it may not be a full-on upgrade to your home as far as the overall equity, but it still makes it nicer to live in. It can still make it easier to sell someday, or if you're trying to sell it now, and make it nicer to live in. Even minor repairs can make a difference in your home's value, and your tax refund can be great for making those repairs rather than putting them off. You know, I've been meaning to get around to fixing that or doing this, that, and the other thing. Well, then, instead of fixing it yourself, maybe now with your refund, you can pay a plumber to come in to do the repair, or a carpenter or an electrician, rather than doing it yourself. You can also save money. For example, if you have some drafty windows, and that's blowing air conditioning out the window, or heat, and if you got new windows, it would seal better, and you'd save money on your utility bills. So there can be a return on investment for making these repairs. So those are 7 great grown-up ways to spend your tax refund. But, you know, reward yourself a little bit. I mean, getting a tax refund's great. You ought to have some fun with it. So here are some fun ways to spend your tax return. Tax refund. I keep saying tax return. Go back to school. All right. We talked about investing in yourself and getting a skill that might advance you in your job, but maybe there's just something you wanted to learn about. You've always wanted to know. Check out your local community college, or if there's an organization or in your town or whatever that provides adult education in different topics. Maybe there's some retired academics provided or whatever. That's great. You can, learn a new language. My wife and I say, it'd be great why don't we learn a new language? And we decided to start learning Italian. That'd be great. So we took a little bit of money and we bought Rosetta Stone, put it on our computers and started learning Italian. That's something you wanted to do, always wanted to learn. You watch the Indiana Jones movies. Oh boy, I'd like to learn more about archaeology. Well, subscribe to an archaeology magazine, or buy some books or take a class. But learn something new. It's a great, fun way to spend your refund. Take a trip. All right? That's another great way, all right, to spend it. Someplace you've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Italy. Maybe you've already learned Italian. You want to practice it. Go to Italy. Take the trip of your dreams, or just a nice vacation to get away. A mental health vacation, even if it isn't to some exotic locale. Here in New Jersey, we don't go to the beach. We go down the shore. But maybe a nice beach vacation or something like that. Just a nice getaway to relax and have some fun. Have an experience. Do something you've always wanted to do. Talked about learning something you always wanted to learn. Well, do something you always wanted to do. You ever wanted to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Well, maybe take some skydiving lessons and go skydiving. Do something different. Go to a ball game. Entertain yourself. Just do something that you've always wanted to do. Some experience. Knock something off your bucket list. Okay, maybe once a year as you get your refund, say, okay, I've got my bucket list. That's my refund list. That's what I'm going to spend my refund on this year in an experience. Go shopping. We talked about earlier about big purchase items, but maybe, you buy some things for yourself. Instead of going on a trip or a particular experience, buy some small item or treat yourself to something that you wouldn't ordinarily spend the money on. That could be great. A lot of times, places or stores will have promotions going. Now, they know it's tax refund time. They know you're going to have money that's burning a hole in your pocket. Maybe they're offering some deals. So check out. It's like the best time to buy a flat screen TV is right before the Super Bowl. All right? The after Christmas sales in January. That's my wife, the last time she and I bought a flat screen TV. It was right before the Super Bowl. Great deals. Well, same thing for tax refund season. The merchants know you're getting some money and they want you to spend it, and they're going to have some incentives for doing that. So check out those deals. Pamper yourself, okay? Go to a spa. Have a spa day. Get a massage. You have a job that is a lot of stress. Maybe you can't afford that big vacation or getaway vacation or getaway weekend that might be your stress reliever. Go to a spa. Get a nice massage. Really relax that way. Get a mani-pedi, a facial, whatever you want to do to treat yourself. But another great way to do that. Or just have a spa day. Go to a day spa. That's fun. Number 6 of the fun ways is be a philanthropist. So being charitable, is good for the soul. And it'd be good for you, make you feel good. If you feel good by making a donation or helping out a particular cause that's close to your heart, whether it's a Goodwill or a soup kitchen or a disease that you want to help find a cure for. There are all sorts of people to support things like autism awareness or Alzheimer's disease or cancer research or the American Heart Association and things like that with trying to find a cure for heart disease. That can make you feel good. If you've had someone who passed away from heart disease or cancer or has suffered from Alzheimer's, there's something, maybe something close to your heart, and you can get that good feeling by making a donation of that nature. The next fun way to spend your refund, fund your hobby. Most people have some sort of hobby going on. Maybe you're a fisherman, and you've had your eye on that new reel or something in the sporting goods store or some such thing that it's not an ordinary purchase. It's part of your hobby. It's something, boy, I'd like to get a new one of those or some such thing. But hobbies are great distractions and great stress relievers, and investing your money in your hobby can be a great idea. Maybe it's if you're a coin collector or a stamp collector, maybe there's an item that's missing from your collection that you've always wanted to get, but you didn't really have the money for. You can, just like I said, you may not have had the money in the past, but now, if I had this one item, I could have so much more fun in my hobby. Well, do that. That's a great thing to spend a refund on. And treat yourself. I mean, that's something that goes back to the go shopping or an experience, or just do something as a reward for all your hard work. And finally, and this is sort of a combination of a fun way and a grown-up way, is maybe spend some money, to get fit. Maybe lose some weight. My wife and I started, our New Year's resolution was to lose some weight this year. So we're on a diet. We're trying to get more exercise, eat in a healthier way, and maybe if it's a gym membership or a stationary bike or some sort of piece of exercise equipment that you think that if you had, you'd be able to get more exercise and lose weight. It's part of investing in yourself. We talked earlier about doing that for your job and skills and things like that. That's investing in your mind, but invest in your body too. Get fit, lose some weight, get into better shape, both from a health and weight standpoint. That's a great way to spend your refund. So that's the ideas. I mean, all in all, we've had 16 great ideas, both grown-up ones and fun ones, and I hope you had something out of it. And, got something out of it. And if there's something I missed or an idea you have, please put it in the comments. Let me know. Great to hear about it. And you can share it with other people on the page. Some other ideas. I'd love to start a discussion on this topic. So even if you couldn't join us live, if you're watching this on the replay, leave a comment and let us know. Let me know. Let everybody know your great idea on how to spend your tax refund. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the like, hit the love. It helps to share this video with other people, let them know about it. Great information, and share it, okay? Even better, share this video on your feed. You just click the share button, share it on your feed, let other people know about these ideas and thoughts, and give them an opportunity to comment and share their ideas. And even better than that, go to facebook.com/Richardson Law Offices if you haven't already, and like my Facebook page, and you'll get notifications in your feed when these live events come up. I'm doing one at least once a month. I'm looking at trying to do more than that. Maybe go to at least twice a month with these live shows and talk about some great topics. If you have ideas for a new topic, something you'd like to see discussed, let me know in the comments or email me at steve@richardsonlawoffices.com. So, like, love, share, comment. Please join in. So that's it for this bonus episode of April 2017 of Lunch with a Lawyer on how to spend your tax refund. Hope you had some great ideas, and I'll let you get back to lunch.